secrets fragrance companies don't want you to know about. Tom Ford Ebony Fume for $1. Someone just texted me and said, can I do a Tom Ford Ebony Fume for $1 store? I said, no way. But recently I was at Nordstrom shopping and my favorite salesperson, Paula, shout out, tried to sell me this shirt. I guess she did it. And this fragrance, but she didn't. I bought the fragrance back in January because I found it online cheaper. Because the price was $400, 1.7. Now, Tom Ford Ebony Fume, I will say 100% get it. It smells so good. It uses Palo Santo wood, which can be smoky. It uses papyrus, which can be earthy, also smoky. It uses incense. And then I found another fragrance while I was at Ulta right here, and I smelled it, and I was like, smelled one of them by Billie Eilish, and it was like a girly fragrance. Then I saw this dark box. So you're thinking dark, very dark fragrance. And this is the bottle, and I bought it. All they had was 50 milliliters. I said, hey, lady, can you get me one from the back? I want the big bottle. It was like 80 bucks or 90 bucks. This has pepper, ebony, and vanilla. Ebony woods, pepper, Palo Santo as well. It has resins that create the same smell as this. I'm gonna say it's a 90% similar scent to Tom Ford Ebony Fume. Double the size, same performance. Oh my God, what a trick. There's almost, you could not tell if you are not an expert nose. Now, as I move on, I wanna tell you another trick, like old school. This is what I call old school perfumery cloning. Instead of saying, hey, they made this Tom Ford, it looks like, you know, they make like this Cherry Lust. This is by Flavia, and it looks exactly like Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. That's new school perfuming clones. And what I just did is I like to call it old school because you find a designer brand name that smells like an expensive fragrance. And here's another tip if you want to get something for your wife or something. Kirk Degen, you know Francis Kirk Degen? He makes all these famous fragrances. Well, he makes the ones for Nina Ricci. This one's called Rose Extase, which has red berries, raspberries, and vanilla, giving you the effect of Parfum de Marly de Lina Exclusive on a budget. It's 43 bucks for this 2.7 ounce. Now, when a perfumer makes two fragrances, maybe he made one first and then the other when he opened up his MFK company. If Gordon Ramsay came to your house and cooked you a dinner and just went to the store and bought all the ingredients, maybe it's 100 bucks. If you go to his restaurant, it's 500 bucks. It's like that. But in perfumery, if you get a master perfumer to make a cheap fragrance, you're balling on a budget. So I'm gonna find you some more in the weeks to come because it sounds like a cool topic. Comment down below if you like that. And I wanna give a special shout out to the guy I talked to from Italy, Albania today on TikTok, and another special shout out to Alan Molinier. He's from the islands. He told me to talk about Dior and stuff like that today, and this video is for you guys. And also shout out to LA and Oklahoma, DMV, all you other guys in New York. Armaf High Street Midnight. It's got beautiful notes of blood orange, osmanthus. It's got a delicious peach note. It has an awesome sprayer. And it smells like Bond number 9 Nuits de Novo. I know, check this out. This is called Armaf Niche Oud. I'm gonna review it next week. I've already tested it. It lasted 9 hours on my skin. Highly recommend mass appealing oud fragrance. And I found this fragrance here. It's called Dior Homme. And it came in this box. And I could have sworn it said Dior Homme O, because I used to own the O, and I sprayed it and I got like multiple compliments. This is just a shout out to Dior Homme. And then it smells like lipstick kind of, and it's delicious. They make clones, they try to make clones. There's a good one for 30 called Elegant Homme. It's a Reefs company one. And then I bought a bigger bottle that's 2020 Dior Homme, and let's see if there's any difference. There's a little difference, a little bit more citrus heavy. Then you want to keep on going. You're shopping around in the store, you're trying to find deals, and people are saying, Unc, talk about niche fragrances more. I want to know about niche. Well, you guys that want to know about niche, look at the other guys in the comment section and ask them, do you mind if I talk about niche fragrances? And they'll say, we don't mind as long as you show us something cheaper that we can afford, right? This is how I was brought up selling fragrances. On one side, I would sell expensive fragrances. The other side I would sell cheap. This is why I bring you this content since 5 years from now. 5 years ago I started my first designer fragrance alternative video. So here's Bal d'Afrique. It's by Byredo. It's about $200 to $250. They use very natural ingredients that they handpick from across the globe, like African orange and this and that from different parts of the world. It's very natural and it lays on beautiful and soft. This is called Bal d'Afrique by Flavia. This is a direct clone. As you can see, the color is different. The difference is like 90% similar scent to 95. The longevity is very, very good. Almost better than this on this fragrance. You will get, and someone emailed me and said their girlfriend loves it. A man can wear this, and I highly recommend it. I only try to pick out the fragrances that I believe in. Serious. It's called First. It's an eau de parfum. It actually lasts just as long, if not longer. This lasts 10 hours on me. I don't know how long Y Eaters doesn't, but for my skin loves Creta Ventus. This one lasts just as long, if not longer. Smells one of the most authentic smells. This is not a sponsored video. I'm just showing you what I find. I find all these cool fragrances like this. I've only smelled a couple Penhaligon fragrances. This is a dupe of Penhaligon's Roaring Radcliffe Oud and Honey. I did extensive research. This is the best one from their line. They have some other ones with deer heads and antlers, and this one's called Lionheart. It lasts 10 hours and it smells delicious with the resins and the oud and the sweetness from the honey and the longevity. Spot on as far as my notes and research is to Roaring Radcliffe Penhaligon. You think about Tuscan leather, all I have is Tuscan leather intense. Oh my God, it's got intense leather in here. But one of the main notes is the raspberry notes. And I found another one. Georgian is the new company I found. I just discovered them by just blind buying stuff, but they are saying, they might say Sterling on them somewhere. This fragrance is called Haute Leather. And it has an authentic, natural, beautiful, beautiful raspberry note mixed with leather on it. Next week, I'm going to review this one. It's called Nouveau Ambre. It came in this box. I only have one, and we're going to see, because guess what it looks like? Ombre Nomad. I did spray it, and it smells awesome. And the longevity was about 5 hours, but the smell is fantastic on this. And if you really want to know about Guerlain L'Homme Idéal, you like this fragrance? It's kind of hard to find. Click right here and I'll show you this clone. It's called Bullet Killer by RMF. You'll find out more about it. Peace and love. I'll see you on the next one.